na kile ambacho umetoka kuona ni the powerful transition. Tumekuwa tukiongelea kuhusu a life that was of a VC with 9 lives, a VC who has experienced pain with the Kenyatta University, a VC who has experienced resilience with the Kenyatta University, a vision who has experienced growth to winning in Kenyatta University. Professor Paul K. Wainaina, as he is proceeding to his retirement, bado tunaendelea kusema welcome to the new professor, acting professor in this capacity, as we are still waiting for PSC, Public Service Commission, to ratify and substantiate to give us a fully fledged VC. So I'm talking about Professor John Okumu. Kazi safi tena zaidi. So under hiyo tenye umesikia hapo hivyo ya VC Wainaina from 2016 to 2025, 2026, 2025, saizi ni kuenda anaenda. We've had things that have made Kenyatta University win the best university twice in a row, na maanisha 2024, 2025. So I'm here joined by other talents made from Kenyatta University, and they have been reigning in theater industry and a film industry in this same period. So niko na jamaa mwenye si mgeni on this platform ama Art and Culture Monday. Ni jamaa mwenye kuaga na mistari mingi sana when it comes to lines za kikwetu, na leo ametuletea mrembo kwa jina Grace Iguku. So I'm expecting hadi Grace akona lines za kikwetu ya kutoka kwao, because we always do that. I was not able to do that with the JBA Mutairia, now that he is a stammerer, but this guy is a star, but not from Mara. You've heard from his lyrical prowess, and it was a very awesome conversation. Here conversation, we tied it to our theme, which is theater and music for mental health and personal development. So today, naungana na Charlie the Bible Explorer. The first time I'm learning about Charles Gachanja, he was calling himself that. By now, the brand has grown to product. And hii product inakubebea kitu kali tena zaidi, that the stage manager of this product was once an audience. She is a star from Kenyatta University, a versatile theater professional. Atakuwa najiintroduce, but before afanye hivyo, Charlie, kwanza wewe ujiintroduce. Salimia watu, it's new year, hawaja kupata
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
Kutoka after jana 25th January, my 33rd birthday, kuweza kudeclare
happy birthday,
clear that I'm going for MCA seat. So kuna mafans wapi wenye wanatokea? Ebu wasalimie.
All right, good morning ladies and gentlemen. Yep, I am back again. My name is Charles Gachanja, and I am very, very happy to be here on Art and Culture Monday. And yeah, let's talk about theater. Yeah,
kabisa. Nikimuona naonaga Chisaina and the growth of Chisaina. Chisaina started maybe from a name too. Right now wao ni theater group yenye saizi hata ukitaka kununua tickets za shows zao, all you have to do ni unaingia Chisaina at haso.shop
yes.
Kwa mpigo tena zaidi. It's growth yenye napenda. We've been with Charles Gachanja here talking about The Samaritan. This was a play. We've also been with him here talking about Beyond Silence. Now you're Beyond Silence, one of the people who are key there is this lady who is stage managing for Charlie the Bible Explorer. She's also participated in Praying and Praying. Pray and Pray ukuwa jina kali sana, especially in the world of kucheza na maneno. Grace, masalimia watazamaji wa Art and Culture Monday. Let them know what you do in KU.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here today. Thanks so much for having me. My name is Iguku Grace, and just as you said, this is my first time being here, and I'm so excited. I started out as an audience in theater and later transitioned to practicing theater. Yes.
Mental health, personal development ndo tutakwamia sana. So on talking about the prowess of kina Charles na vitu amefanya through Chisaina, there are also the people who produced Education is a Padlock. Tuliongelea hapa sana. If you can be able to kuingia hapo hivyo kwa YouTube channel ya Kenyatta University Television or KUTV Kenya with size over 79 subscribers, you'll able to see some of these interviews. You always after the live show huwa tunakata these interviews and then tunaziweka hapo online for your sake and for the sake of sustainability. Kama si sustainability, there's no need for us being here. There's no need kutafuta watu kao joang ndo tusukume vitu zenye hadi in future tunaongelelea. I'm sure somewhere bado in future tulikuwa tukiongelea kuhusu Beyond Silence, the story of 10 million beggars and 10 millionaires, the story of chronicles of a person who was a personality who made Kenya strengthen its social justice route. Alikuwa itwa JM, and Charlie here was the JM. Sasa Charlie the JM. This time round,
Yes.
you are giving us a new product. What has brought this product to life? Hii product imekamaje?
Well, this new product comes from a personal place in my heart, because Charlie is me. It's who I am, and I decided to, you know, tell people how I see things from my lens, through my lens, and it's actually very personal, and I've decided to do this, and I hope it's going to resonate with everyone who's going to come and watch it. Yeah.
Hakuna lens kuwa authentic and raw kama
Yeah, your own personal lens. Definitely. Yeah.
A comrade, who is a comrade, ladies and gentlemen? Mtu mwenye ameingia tertiary institution, let's say university, because nini ingine inakataa kuingia jina comrade. Nasikia bado wakiitwa students. So umeingia university and the whole world has full of expectations on wewe, but you still have to struggle with inequality.
Yeah.
And limited opportunities, gatekeeping, and you still have to mirror all this to tell a story that is resonating with these people. I was telling them that the stories we are tackling today are stories that are resonating with them. Story kama ya JBA Mutairia and his resilience in becoming a super fast rapper, yet he's a stammerer. The story of Charles Gachanja now mirroring everything. Full bear, ni kama unawatolea nguo juu nasikia unatumia lens, unajua mimi natumia gamiwani. Wakusome na wajielewe. But wanacheka. The place of comedy in telling hard stories kama hizi ukuwa gani kwa maisha yako?
For me, I feel I am not that kind of a serious person. So I might say something that is very serious, but just say it, you know, nikicheka too. And I feel, for me, I've always enjoyed comedy. And it's something that is very raw, and you see it, and then you feel like, umseni creative. Amefikiria hiyo kitu yote, and it's very serious, but it makes you laugh. And I feel the most serious things are done in the most subtle ways. You know, you don't expect someone to be like, I am going to do this thing, and it's very, very serious. It's like I was watching Frankenstein. It's a movie, and it's a guy who builds a human being. So anaifanya, but it's out of his own mind, out of his own curiosity, out of his own thing to see if he can do it. And kimchezo tu inakuwa. So I feel when people come and sit down, instead of just, you know, there, because you are trying to spark something that is from their own personal life, from your own personal life, when they laugh, it feels like it inakuja gently, and they go home thinking about it. Yes.
Napenda mzee. So ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2022, when Kenya is ushering in a new government, Kenyatta University was also receiving a talent like Grace Iguku. And by then she was just a student. She was a student who loved art to a point that in 2024 anajipata kwa set na anasema I think I was made for this. So nataka tuangalie your life not as mtu anaangalia stage anasema hapana, something is lacking here. Your life as an actor and you starting out, how was it? Your experience from Beyond Silence, how was it, and how has this journey been?
Okay, so I started theater in 2024, and as I said, I didn't know anything about theater. I remember my first project was Budaring Discords, and I came and I remember the director saying, next week we are blocking this show, and I didn't know what blocking is. I was like, what is blocking? I didn't know anything. I didn't know the terms. I was so blank. But right from there, I asked a lot of questions. I inquired. I did research here and there, and I was like, this is what I want to do. So I just started, and I learned on the job, and so far so good. I really can't complain. I'm enjoying it, and this is what I love. Yes.
So far so good. We've talked so much about the power of innovation, inclusion, and impact. Kuskuma quality education. Skia vile hiyo story ya Grace iko, that I'm an audience today that tomorrow I am acting, and the other day they are telling us things that I'm not understanding, but I'm bold enough to say, guys, I'm blank. Sorry, I'm blank. I don't know these things. I inquire, I do research. Vitu kama hizo ndo zinafanyaga KU na talent zenye zinatoka KU inakuwa kubwa tena zaidi. So we talked about sustainable development and sustainable development goal. Working with Kina Grace to a point size you are trusting her with a one-man show akuseti hiyo stage. How has it been? How has the work relationship been?
I think it means a lot, and it goes way back, because as she was saying, when she joined, she was we are actually doing auditions, and I remember nilikuwa hapo aki-audition, and she was alikuwa unaona mpaka mtu anatingika hivi, and the journey has been very great, you know, the growth, and actually to a point where we need a script, and she's there, and she's, you know, she has something to write, she has something to bring out. And I think when we were doing JM karaoke, it really needed a lot of muscle, because there was a lot of cast members, there was a lot of crew people, and she really stepped up in that role, and actually moving on with the projects that we have done, you know, seeing her coming to stage manage Pray and Pray, moving that big set, and Nidem, and you know, when the point comes, like, who is going to stage manage Charlie, you're like, I know a person who is going to do this. So I feel a lot of confidence. I feel like I am not alone this time round. I feel like there are a lot of people, even if I'm just alone on stage, but there are a lot of people behind me pushing it and making it look amazing. So I'm just arms on, free of nimeachilia steering wheel. It's just, you know, they're driving it, and it's cool.
Okay. Yeah. But a man can do, a woman can do better. That is why Charles ako free. Anajua huku nyuma, behind every successful man, kuna ladies wanafanya mambo. Shout out to ladies wenye wako kwa art industry. Hiyo kujituma inakuwaga ni hard sana for them. Unajua sisi wanaume tushazoea hii resilience, hata ukiingia ukose kupata kitu inaendelea. But for ladies, unasikia gati sometimes they are paying more, or they have to do some kind of services to someone, sijui what, nini ndo vitu zi happen. But seeing our female doing it in art, inanibamba sana. With so much inspiration kutoka kwa wenye wamekuwa from maybe world of acting, watuka kina Will Broder, kujisukuma kujituma, kina Jackie Vicky, to world of poetry, watu kama vile Spontaneous the Poet, saizi ameenda full blown, amefungua mpaka female poets KE, a space for them, a space for ladies to be inclusive, not to be challenged. Do you feel this as a challenge, and how are you taking stage managing to be unique? Isikue tu kitu tumezoea.
Yeah, true, it's a challenge. People are doing great things out there, and you're like, you watch people and you're like, I want to be like them one day, and they're an inspiration. So it's a great challenge, and there's a lot to learn, and I'm so thankful that there are a lot of people you can look up to. You know, you can inquire, you can do research, find it online, and you can look up to them and at least learn from them one or two things.
Tuangalie theme tena. Alafu tuangalie the screen, the screen. Tunazoea film sana. The staging, yes. And why it's a blessing to have it at the end of the month and the beginning of the month. Na feel kama hii ndio alpha na omega. Amani yaza
see what you did there.
Akimaliza hiyo yara tuko hapo. Januari zikiondoka, kama ni kupendana tunaanza nayo. The theme yenye unasukumia hapo.
I think for me personally, this show is, for me, it's time, like it's just opening me up to know the theme of who I am. So if someone is in the show, I think the theme they're exploring more is identity, and because it's Charlie the Bible Explorer, we are going through characters who lived 2,000 years ago, characters who, you know, were, you know, in their own time, because times are different now, but they kind of relate to people who are still living in 2026. So I think the theme of identity, and, you know, looking for where to belong, asking the questions, am I really enough the way I am? So that is the main theme to explore in this show.
Natosha mboga. Is it self-doubt, or am I really? Bisa. Nataka tuongelele kuhusu kukaribisha watu and the ticketing with the stage manager juu. Kwa ni manager anaelewa hizi vitu. wakaribishe please.
Yeah.
I'm inviting you to our show, which is happening on the 31st of January, this Saturday, and on the 1st of February, on Sunday. The show is starting at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., and we also have another one at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can get your tickets at hustleSasa.shop, chisenaarts.hustleSasa.shop. Tickets are going for 1,000 bob for the advanced tickets. We also have gate tickets, which are going for 1,500 shillings. We have group tickets, which are going for 4,000, a group of 5. And we also have our VIP tickets, which are going for 3,000 shillings. Yeah, we are so glad to have you there, and we will really appreciate your presence.
Akumbushe venue tena.
The venue is at Kenya National Theatre, Cheche Gallery. Yes.
Siwezi taka wasahau hivyo. Unajua kuna watu wengine wanapenda vitu za cheche.
Yeah.
che.
Yeah.
Kama unapenda che, make sure you are taking your advanced ticket size. It's only 1,000 bob. But kama wewe ni mtu kama mimi watutokee. Unajua kuna watu wanakuaga like tuseme kama saa tu imefika kuna form. Tunatokea tu. Tuko ready, always ready.
Exactly.
Hiyo ticket ni 1,500 and if you are a VVIP then it's 3,000. Tunakutana Cheche Gallery at the Kenya National Theatre. Nataka tuingie nyumbani sasa. Na before tuingie nyumbani nipe Grace the rules. It's a lines za kikwetu. It's a fun segment ya wewe kutupe wisdom or your parting shot in your own mother tongue and then we translate. So mostly utapata watu wamejaza ma proverbs in their heads, watatupe moja ya kwao and then watatranslatea kutuambia vile inamaanisha. Si ndio?
Okay.
So tutaanza na Anko. Tuanze hapa hivi ndio tukuje kama tumemaliza. Si ndio? Haya wanasema ladies first na sio sisi tumesema. Tumesema wamesema. So Grace, nataka uingie mwenda tenzi na Omar John Ngamani. Uingie Ngamani sasa and then tupe wisdom or parting shot.
Okay. There is a saying in Kikuyu. I come
so
from
you
the
are
Kikuyu.
coming from the Mount Kenya region.
That says, "Wadhiyo ni gushoka wo."
What?
Wadhiyo ni gushoka wo.
Yeah.
Great.
God damn.
If I'm to translate it, that means that if you live somewhere, okay, direct translation, if you live somewhere, you can come back. That means that whenever, for example, how do I explain this? If you are living somewhere, for example, you are right now you're a presenter, right? So maybe you want to expand your wings and go do something else. If you are living here, please live in a very good way. Yeah, don't wacha madharau kidogo just because you're expanding and growing your wings, or maybe you are taking a step higher, you're going a step higher. You know, just live in a very good way, because you never know, the world is changing every now and then. You can come back later, or maybe you can come and you want something from here. So yeah.
Kitambo wazazi walikuwa wanadhani sisi hatujui Kikuyu ama even if tutapata two words we don't understand how those words are supposed to help us or their meaning. But listening to Grace napata line fulani ya kutoka kwa ngoma za JBA inasema uko 21 but unaongea kama mtu wako 46. Congratulations. Wadhiyo ni gushoka huo. Whenever you are living somewhere, make sure you are living in peace. You don't rub shoulders. You may need to go back.
Yeah, exactly.
Kabisa.
Thank you. You put it in the best way.
Social media handles wakupate wapi?
Personally at Iguku Grace everywhere. Yeah, and you can also follow us at Chisaina Arts.
Kabisa.
In all social media platforms.
Asante.
Definitely.
Tumetoka Ngamani huko.
I don't know if I'm going to match that and where. Damn. So well, practically I come from the other side of town. I come from the deep side, from the roots, from the south side. And back at home they say, don't trip, it's all gonna work out. Yeah.
Hiyo ni proverb.
It should be. It's the Black Genesis Bible of Leviticus and Deuteronomy down the way. And Moses told the Israelites, don't trip. He's gonna make it good. It's gonna work out. You're gonna reach the promised land. Yeah.
Kabisa. You wanna reach the promised land.
Yeah.
Kuna story extraordinary takuwa inapigwa pale hivyo Cheche Gallery 31st January azinaisha, and 1st February kuna show ya 2 to 4 na kuna show ya 6 to 8.
Yeah.
It's a one-man play, Charlie the Bible Explorer. Umaiji imagine ukiwa kule binguni, si bungeni, karibu niseme bungeni. Guys, naenda bungeni. Umaiji imagine ukiwa binguni na unatafuta kazi, utaji explain aje kwa hiyo jury? That is what Charles Gashanja is using 1.5 hour to explain. On top of that, kutakuwa na curtain raising. Make sure you're grabbing your tickets. Tumesema tickets ziko Chisaina at hasosasa.shop. Guys, I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Naomba tufungie hapa hivi.
Yeah.
Na watu wajae.
Yeah,
wajae
definitely.
KNT.
Definitely.
Alafu itakuwa shwari tena zaidi.
Yeah.
Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much for having us.
Kabisa.
Yeah.
Tukirejea, ladies and gentlemen, tuko na pirana na sio samaki. Tunataka kusikia ukitoa nyoka pangoni. Msanii anakuja next.